Hi, I posted a very short message, only 3 minutes long, on December 18th, and more than 2,000 people have watched that video, and I felt I should speak some more on this issue. On December 14th, the Electoral College voted, and the ballot will be opened on January 6th. And it is said Biden has got 306 votes, the majority, so that he's likely to be the next president of the United States. But we really don't know. We really won't know until January 6th what will happen. Now, some people say there's fraud in elections, and for instance, in the states of Pennsylvania and Georgia, some people say there was fraud. And suppose one congressman or congresswoman and one senator on the 6th of January expressed objection. They're going to have a debate both in the House and the Senate. And if Vice President Pence, President of the Senate, say 20 electoral votes of Pennsylvania are invalid, well, it doesn't mean those 20 electoral votes will go to Trump. Just the 20 electoral votes of Pennsylvania goes to neither Biden nor Trump. So Pennsylvania will have a 0 electoral vote. And if the state of Georgia, with 60 electoral votes, if one congressman or congresswoman and one senator also expressed objection to it, and Vice President Pence said, oh, well, those electoral votes of Georgia are also invalid. See, I wrote it. Right now, Biden has 306 votes, electoral votes. But if if 20 votes of Pennsylvania were disapproved, Biden would have 286 votes. And if also 60 electoral votes of Georgia were disapproved or regarded as invalid, Biden will have 270 votes. Well, Biden is still a winner. He still has a majority of electoral votes. However, if another state its votes are regarded invalid, Biden gets less than 270 votes. Or if just one unfaithful elector comes up, then Biden's the number of electoral votes Biden will get the 269. Okay, if Biden loses 20 electoral votes of Pennsylvania and 16 electoral votes of Georgia, and if one unfaithful elector comes up, then Biden will get only 269 votes. So he doesn't get the majority of the electoral vote. Then what would happen? Well, the election goes to the House. Now, in the House of Representatives, the Democrats are the majority. So some Democrats would just say, hey, we are the majority, so even if the election takes place in the House, Biden will win. Well, not so, because in the House, they're going to have the state-by-state vote. And at this point, there are 26 Republican states and 24 Democratic states. Or, in other words, there are 26 red states and 24 blue states. And if all 26 red states vote for Trump, Trump will be the winner. However, there might be a state, one state or two states, there might be one or two red states who turn to be blue states. I mean, if, for instance, suppose there's a red state in which the Republicans are the majority by just one vote. If two Republicans in that red state vote for Biden, that red state becomes blue state. And if there were two such states, I mean, if two Republican states, two red states become blue states, then the Biden will get 26 votes. I'll show you this. If two Republican states or two red states become blue state, because there are some Republicans, maybe 5 or 6, in the House who vote against Trump, then if two red states go to Biden, Biden will get 26 states, so Biden will be the winner. On the other hand, the other case is if only one red state becomes blue state. Then that's case C. One red state becomes blue state. Only one Republican state vote for Biden. Then Trump will get 25 votes, and Biden will get 25 votes too. They tie. In that case, neither Biden nor Trump will be the president. Who will Speaker of the House? If they tie, if they both get 25 votes, if both Republican and Democrats, both Republican states and Democrat state vote half and half. I mean, if Trump gets 25 votes and Biden gets 25 votes, then Nancy Pelosi will become president. So if Trump gets 26 votes, he'll be president. If Biden gets 26 votes, he'll be president. If each gets 25 votes, if they tie, Pelosi will become the president of the United States. I mean, this has never happened, but this year it might happen. And then if the House elects the president, then the Senate will elect vice president. Now, in the US Senate, there are now 50 Republicans and 48 Democrats. Now, on January 5th, there will be 2 runoff elections in the state of Georgia. So the 2 seats in the Senate to be determined on January 5th. And if the Republicans win both 2 states in the state of Georgia, then there are 50 states, there are 50 Republicans and 48 Democrats in the US Senate. And there will be 2 runoff elections in the state of Georgia. And if Republicans win 2 seats in the runoff elections, that's 50 plus 2 is 52, all right? Then they're going to elect Pence for vice president. How about if Republicans lose 1 state and the other state goes to Democrat? I mean, Republicans win one state. It's not 1 state. The Republicans win 1 seat in Georgia, and the Democrats win 1 seat as well. Then, how do I say? Republicans will get 1 seat, 1 more seat in the Senate, and Democrats will get 1 more seat in the Senate too. So the Republicans will get 51 seats in the Senate, and Democrats will get 49 seats in the Senate. So Republicans are still the majority, so they're going to choose Pence for vice president. How about if the Republicans lose both runoff elections then Democrats will get 50 seats in the Senate. See? If Republicans lose both runoff elections, so Republicans get 0 more seat, Democrats will get 2 senatorial seats because if they win both runoff elections in the state of Georgia. So there will be 50-50 Senate. And who's going to break the tie? Vice President, President of the Senate. Who is that Vice President on January 6th? Not Harris. It's Mike Pence. So even if Democrats win both runoff elections in the state of Georgia, they will still have only 50 votes, 50 seats in the Senate. They're not going to be the majority, and someone to break the tie would be Vice President Pence, not Vice President Harris. So Pence is going to vote for himself. So 50 plus 1 Republicans will get. I mean, 50 senators. I mean, I'll do that. $50 senators plus 1 president of the Senate, which is Pence, will vote for Pence. So then Pence will become vice president. So this is it. There are 3 cases, A, B, C. In any of those 3 cases, Pence will be the vice president. Because no matter what happens to the runoff election in Georgia, Democrats will not get the majority. So the Republicans will choose the vice president. And Pence will win. Now, it may be unconstitutional for the President of the United States to pardon himself. I talked about it on December 18th. But it's not unconstitutional for Vice President to vote for himself in the Senate. So that if the election goes to the House, if the election of the President goes to the House, the election of the Vice President must go to the Senate too. Now, if Biden gets the majority of electoral votes, and if all those 306 votes were approved, then Biden will become president. That's for sure. But as I said, for instance, if 20 electoral votes from Pennsylvania and 16 electoral votes from 6 of Georgia were disapproved, if they were regarded invalid, and if there's 1 unfaithful elector, Biden will not get the majority of the electoral vote. Then the election goes to the House and Senate. Now, in the general elections, we choose president and vice president together. I mean, we choose the ticket. We choose either Trump-Pence ticket or Biden-Harris ticket. But if the election goes to the U.S. Congress, president and vice president will be chosen separately. The House will choose the president, and the Senate will choose vice president. And the House might choose Trump. If Trump gets 26 votes, he'll be president, and the House might choose Biden. If Biden gets 26 votes, he'll be president. Or Nancy Pelosi might become president if Trump and Biden each get 25 votes. I don't think this is going to happen, but it's possible. But in the US Senate, Republicans will be either majority or they will have 50 votes plus vice president's votes. So Pence will become vice president. He'll continue to be president even after January 20th. So the strange thing is, if Biden wins the House election and Pence wins the election in the Senate, we're going to have a Democrat for president and Republican for vice president. It's very odd. It's an odd couple. I mean, if the Biden Harris ticket get the majority of the electoral votes, they'll be president and vice president. And if Trump wins the House election and Pence wins the Senate election, Trump will be president and Pence will be vice president. But if Biden wins the House election and Pence wins the Senate election, Biden will be president and Pence will be vice president. It's very strange, but it might happen. I mean, this is a very special year, very peculiar. And I said on December 18th, in the last message, Trump will probably resign if he loses the election. Some people agree with that. Some people disagree. But the thing is, if Biden's victory becomes official, I think Trump will pardon his children. I think he's going to pardon his son-in-law, and his daughter. It takes maybe a few days for that process. Then around January 9th, Trump resigns and Vice President Pence will become president. I mean, he'll be president only for a week or two, but it's possible. And then President Pence, 46th President of the United States, will pardon Trump, the former president. Well, I say this because some people say president has the absolute power to pardon himself. But some people say, well, president has the absolute power to pardon anyone but himself. President can pardon anyone, including his family member, but he cannot pardon himself. That's what some legal experts say. And The final decision is probably made by the Supreme Court. But I think John Roberts, the Supreme Court Chief Justice, thinks President cannot pardon himself. I think John Roberts thinks President, it's unconstitutional for President to pardon himself. Self-pardon is not acceptable. I think that's what the Chief Justice will say. How do I know? Did I talk with John Roberts? No. Did I ever meet with him? No. I mean, when he visited Japan some years ago, some friends of mine met John Roberts, but I never met him. I never talked with him, so I don't know how he's going to vote. But I know the way he thinks. I know the way he votes. So I think John Roberts will just say, President does not have the power to pardon himself. President pardoning himself is unconstitutional. That's what I think John Roberts will say. And Trump knows that. Trump is very smart. So he knows how the Supreme Court will act or how Chief Justice will vote. So instead of pardoning himself, President Trump will have Pence to pardon him. But Pence cannot pardon Trump as long as he's vice president. Vice President Pence cannot pardon President Trump, so Trump just resigns. Vice President Pence becomes President Pence, and he'll pardon Trump before January 20th. This is just one scenario. I'm not saying this is really going to happen. Or Trump might not resign. He just might take leave of absence. He says, "Oh, I have a cold. I just want to go somewhere warm. I'm going to Florida for next few weeks, and Mike just take care of the White House while I'm away." And so Pence might just become acting president instead of the 46th president, but he still will have the power to pardon the president. So sometime between January 6th and January 20th, Pence will be either 46th president of the United States or just an acting president. And as an acting president, Pence will act just as Jerry Ford did back in 1974. And Trump will be pardoned and he'll be set free. And when Trump leaves the White House, he's gonna leave without conceding. I mean, Trump will not concede because he doesn't think he lost. I mean, if mass media goes, "Hey, Mr. President, why are you leaving? Are you leaving the White House? You're leaving the White House, so you admit you lost." The president will say, "No, I didn't lose." So the mass media go, "Hey, if you didn't lose, why are you leaving the White House?" "Well, I'm just resigning. I'm not conceding. I'm just leaving." That's all what he'll have to say. And he'll try to make a comeback for 2024. So on January 20th, Trump will not go to the inauguration. He's just going to be in Florida, and he's going to declare his candidacy for 2024, I think. So what will happen is, this is one scenario. Where did it go? I don't have the piece of paper I was going to show you. Yeah. So this is just one scenario. It's pretty dark here. Mike Pence will be sworn in as president, as the 46th president, somewhere between January 6th and 9th, 2021. And Biden will inaugurate on January 20th, 2021, and as the 47th president. And maybe, this is maybe, on January 25th, January 20th, 2025, Trump will inaugurate as 48th president of the United States. So Pence will become 46th president, Biden will be the 47th, and Trump will be the 48th. This is one scenario. I mean, I don't know if this is going to happen. This is just a possibility. Okay. Someone who made a comment said his professor must be a Democrat. My professor? Yeah, my professor was a Democrat. He was a left-wing Democrat. But I'm not a left-wing. I'm neither left-wing nor right-wing. I'm very moderate. Okay? This is it for today, or this is it for this year. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas, and Happy New Year.